For day 2 notes in Unit 7, it says solve using square roots. So I went ahead and gave you the steps here to how to solve A through D. These are for equations that have no parentheses. So first step, you want to add or subtract something to get x by itself. So you have to think of basically just how would you solve an equation, and you solve it that way. So here I would add 49 to both sides. And then once I add it, I would get 0 plus 49 is 49. Step 2 says divide. Well, I have nothing in front of x to divide besides 1, and that would still give me 49. So step 3 says square root. So the opposite of this little exponent 2 is the square root symbol. And so I square root the 2, and we have just x left over. Now, when you square root a number in an equation, you put down 2 solutions, a plus or minus 7. Now, the reason for that is if I take that 7 and I plug it back into x, a positive 7 times a positive 7 is a square root, or is 49, okay? A negative 7 times a negative 7 is also a positive 49. So either number that I plug it back into the equation will still give me the answer I'm looking for here, a 7. Alright, so for part B, same steps. 1, add or subtract. So to get this x by itself, I need to add or subtract the 98. So 4x squared equals 144. Then I divide both sides by 4. Step 2. And we get 36. The last step says that you need to square root both sides. Okay, so the square root of 36 is 6. And we have to have plus or minus on our answer. Okay, letter C. Again, same steps. Add or subtract. So I'm going to subtract the 32. So 2x squared equals 0 minus 32 is negative 32. Then I divide by 2 and get x squared equals negative 16. Then square root both sides. And so x equals, well, we can't do this. So this is called a no real solution because of that negative inside of the radical. For letter D, we're going to add 75 to both sides. And we have 3x squared equals 75. Step 2, divide. Can we divide? We can. There's a 3 in front of x squared, so divide by 3. And x squared equals 25. Then, last step, square root both sides. And that would be plus or minus. The square root of 25 is 5.